right. So, I just got finished recording a storytime reaction video, but it was ruined because my phone was turned sideways.
Business week is around the corner. We're still debating about the...
This starts off with an interesting ad. You got a gay emo. Hold on.
Welcome to the Here's My Story channel.
What is this?
I'm Molly.
Okay, so this one's called My Birthday Wish Came True and It Ruined My Life. Let's listen to it.
When I was younger, I used to think of myself as the hero from the fairy tale The Ugly Duckling.
No.
Everyone around me thought of me as the ugly duckling. But I was sure I was going to wake up someday as perfect white swan, just like in the fairy tale. When that day arrived and I turned into a beauty, everyone who mocked me because of my looks would regret it. But as I grew older, I found out this was simply a fairy tale. I was all grown up, but I didn't get any prettier.
Idiot.
I had thick glasses, my acne wasn't going anywhere. I had a big, pointy nose. My teeth were huge. I figured out that if you were born as an ugly duckling, you'll stay an ugly duckling all your life. I was so self-conscious about how I looked. I even brushed my teeth in the kitchen sink so that I wouldn't look at myself in the mirror in the morning. Whenever I saw a pretty girl coming towards me, I walked the other way in order to not see how beautiful she was up close. But all of that is in the past now. A miracle happened to me when I least expected it, and my life changed completely. Last year, we celebrated my birthday with my family, as we always do.
Oh my God,
Just as I was about to blow out the
effects,
candles, my mom stopped me. "Honey, you haven't made your wish," she said. "Mom, I've been making a wish every birthday for the past 14 years. I think at this point we should just accept that this is superstition," I replied. Mom insisted. "Maybe only the wishes that you make on your 15th birthday come true. You can never find out unless you try. Come on now, close your eyes and reach deep into your heart for a wish." I couldn't say no to my mom, so I did what she told me to do. You may have guessed what my wish could be. I had already wished for the same thing for the past 5 birthdays. I said to myself, I want to be a pretty girl. No, hold on. I don't want to be pretty. I want to be gorgeous. And blew out the candles. The next morning, I woke up to go to school. I was watching stuff on YouTube while brushing my teeth in the kitchen sink.
My man's changed his avatar, dog.
"Good morning, beauty," she said, giving me a kiss on the cheek. Beauty? My mom always calls me smart, never beautiful. Until today, I'd never heard her call me beauty. I was both surprised and a bit upset, wondering if she was teasing me. I looked down at my phone to continue watching the video.
How did she change her avatar in real life? What?
I didn't have my glasses on.
Dude.
How was I able to see the phone screen then? I looked up and around. I could see everything very clearly. I didn't quite know how, but I had no issues with my vision anymore. My mom had called me a beauty, and my eyesight had improved. What if I was going through other changes? I screamed, "Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!" and ran to the bathroom in shock. I was so scared to look in the mirror, but when I did, a gorgeous girl was staring back at me. That pretty girl had to be me. "No way! I must be dreaming," I said, pinching myself. "Ah!" I screamed in pain. Since it hurt quite a lot, I knew I wasn't dreaming. I went back to the kitchen. My mom was acting normal, as if I'd always been this pretty. "Mommy?" I said. My mom looked up from the omelets she was making and said, "Yes, honey?" "Is there anything different about me this morning?" I asked. My mom looked at me very carefully. Then she examined my arms and legs. She turned back to my face again. "Like what? I don't see anything," she responded. I almost fainted. It was incredible, but my birthday wish had come true. Just like I wished. I'd become a very pretty girl.
Hold on. Okay, bro, this is literally what that girl just did. Change your avatar, dog. Alright. If that just messed up the entire recording, I swear to God,
ugly
dude.
duckling phase was a thing of the past. I was now Molly the Swan.
I wanna watch another
Since
one
my
of
mom
these.
thought I'd always looked this
make
way,
some
I couldn't tell her about how my wish
Because I
came
forgot to
true. If
record
I told her,
Nontoxic
she
Gel
would think
today.
I was unwell. In that case, there was only one thing I had to do. Enjoy being pretty.
What the freak?
I planted a kiss on my mom's cheek and got ready at once.
What is that?
I was so curious about how it felt to be a beautiful girl, and I could only find out by living it. As I entered through the school gate, I looked around. Just like I dreamt of, everyone had their eyes on me. Some were taking quick glances. Some were simply staring.
Ooh.
Girls with envy, boys with admiration. At me, the prettiest girl in school. At Molly the Swan. I was about to make my entrance into class when my math teacher, Mr. Goodwin, caught my eye. Molly, do you mind coming to my office for a second? There's something I need to talk to you about, he said. I followed him. Molly, I graded your exam last night. It seemed to me like... how should I put this? It seemed too good to be true. Now, I'll be honest with you. Please don't take this personally, but those questions were really difficult. I don't think you could solve them all. Did you cheat? I was really surprised. I've always been good at math, but it was the first time Mr. Goodwin was having this talk with me. Mr. Goodwin, I don't know what makes you think this, but you can rest assured I did not cheat, I replied. Mr. Goodwin was looking at me incredulously. At that moment, a light bulb went off in my head. I knew why my teacher thought I cheated. For him, I couldn't be this good at math because I was a pretty girl. Oh my gosh, Mr. Goodwin thought I couldn't be smart because I was pretty. Actually, I couldn't really blame him because I mistakenly thought the same thing until today. Whenever I looked at a pretty girl with envy, I would tell myself, "You're pretty, but I'm smart." But now others were thinking the same about me. This upset me a lot. I went back to the classroom in a bad mood. I walked up to my girlfriends. I was going to tell them about what Mr. Goodwin had just told me, but for some reason, they were quiet when they saw me. Chloe, whom I adore, looked at me and said, "Yes?" "Chloe, is there a problem?" was all I was able to utter. Chloe replied irritatedly, "No, I don't have a problem with you. I was just wondering why you would come to us. You always hang out with your popular friends. To what do we owe this pleasure, Your Highness?" I was shocked. "Hey, it's me, Molly. Where is this coming from? You know I'm not like that," I said. Another friend said, "Molly, did you just decide you wanted to be an angel from now on?" You're exactly how Chloe described you. I don't even remember you saying hi to us ever, until today. I teared up but managed to hold back the tears. Of course, I knew that the prettiest girls in school always hung out together, so I was one of those. Apparently, when my birthday wish came true, my past also changed accordingly. Pretty Molly had a whole different life. I was now one of those pretty girls I had been annoyed with. Everything ugly Molly had been through had simply disappeared. Her past was all replaced by pretty Molly's past. That day was one of the most unpleasant days of my life. I dreamt of the first day I would become a pretty girl, but this wasn't at all what I'd expected. I'm not going to lie. I was still so happy with how I looked.
When you change your Roblox
I admired my face all night with a hand mirror.
I can't even talk because they can't pause the video.
Really gorgeous.
That's what
I said to myself, I've dreamt of looking like this for years. If what I went through today is the price
because I'm still doing that
of being pretty, I'm ready to accept it. Tomorrow is going to be a wonderful day. No matter what happens, I will enjoy being...
Spoiler alert, it's not. Watch it not be a good day.
Beautiful. Unfortunately, the next day was more of the same. In the morning, the popular girls of the school greeted me at the gate. When they saw me, they made weird yelps and gave me fake kisses. Oh, jeez. Just like Chloe had said, I was one of those annoying girls indeed. The worst part was that I found out that I was best friends.
She switched teams
With Patricia, their leader. She stood up in front of me. OMG, girl, you look so fine. I'm glad you're my best friend. Otherwise, I'd literally be so jealous. Because of you, I'm literally the second prettiest girl in school. Come on, buy me milkshake and I'll forgive you for it, she said, giving me a hug. Patricia was at the top of the list of girls I was annoyed with. How could I be best friends with this girl? Normally, this was impossible, but whether I liked it or not, the prettier version of Molly was in this friend group, and her best
alarm sound going off.
Friend was Patricia. I wasn't able to sleep that night. I loved being pretty, but pretty Molly and real Molly were two different people. It was impossible to reconcile them. Okay, so what would I do now? The only solution I could think of was to wish to go back to my original self
Change your
on my
avatar
next
back.
birthday. But my birthday was a year away. It was impossible for me to keep on living as pretty Molly. I had to do something before my sweet 16th. I decided to take the easiest path I could think of. I was going to hide my beauty. First of all, I had to wear glasses again. My eyesight was fine, but still, I went and got myself some non-prescription reading glasses with thick frames. Next, thanks to YouTube special effects makeup tutorial videos, I learned how to make acne. You heard that right. I am going to school with fake acne makeup now. I also got myself a lot of loose-fitting clothes. All the girls in my group, including Patricia, were really surprised to see the new me. I didn't look like them anymore. They stopped being friends with me immediately. I had a long talk with the girls in my class, telling them how much I had changed, how I wasn't that awful person anymore. They were skeptical at first, but my persistence worked. Finally, they were convinced, and we were friends again. I can't wait for my 16th birthday. On my birthday, I'll make another wish and ask to go back to my original looks to be real Molly again. I hope I can get the same miracle my wish comes true. I missed her so much. I can't wait to get back to her.
Join us next time when we watch My Parents Disappeared Without a Trace.